A very good Tuesday morning to everyone out there across the Wobbles community. Landon here with you to bring you your weather and night forecast, sponsored by Ohio Valley Insurance. Take a look out there, folks, on the ongoing major weather system that is impacting the region. Got this deepening surface low located just to our west. It's going to be tracking off to the north and east as we work throughout the day. You got widespread wintry weather cutting from the Central Plains all the way up to the Great Lakes region, with a whole boatload of rain and wind that is in store down around our vicinity and points down to the south. They've had ongoing severe weather events with several observed and confirmed tornadoes on the ground. More severe weather expected towards the East Coast throughout the day, but all eyes are going to be on the rain and wind for us, folks. But we have got numerous weather makers in the pipeline for us, bringing a variety of sensible weather impacts, including but not limited to the opportunity at a significant snow event. So let's jump right into it, shall we? Getting a look over downtown Bowling Green. Day 93 rocks Skycam. Got wet pavement down there. Want to give yourself an extra few minutes on the morning commute. It is widespread out there, folks, and it is going to continue throughout basically the entirety of this Tuesday. Beach Tree News Skycam showing the low-hanging ragged stratus clouds out there, along with widespread rain showers over in that direction as well. Folks, it's pretty much the same song and dance across the entirety of the Wobbles region. We have got readings hanging out right around the 50-degree mark as we speak, folks. That's our high temperatures for today. Going to be sliding down the temperature values as we work into this afternoon. The rain will be widespread throughout this morning, becoming more scattered throughout this afternoon. And then we're going to be looking at a changeover to light snow showers tonight. That might even include a few slick spots out there. But so far, with the widespread rainfall, take a look at the significant rainfall amounts across the region. Those located along the north and west here of our coverage area, Butler County and Logan County, both tallying upwards and closing in on 1.5 inches of total rainfall. Right here in Warren County, we're on the cusp of an inch total. These are only going to climb throughout the day, folks, another ½ inch possible before this is all said and done. Take a look at the winds out there that's been occurring since midnight. 47 miles an hour registered down for our folks down in Simpson County and Brent Thacker country. And then we got other gusts that is right aligned along and east of I-65. This is how the forecast was laid out. We will be underneath a wind advisory throughout the entirety of today. Those southerly winds potentially exceeding 40 to 50 miles an hour, along with the rain, not going to be ideal for any outdoor activities. Take a look at the latest surface map, folks. We are about as busy as we can get across the continental U.S. We got a major winter weather maker impacting the Pacific North and West, major severe weather event unfolding right along the Gulf and eastern seaboard there. And then, of course, we got the winter weather shenanigans taking place also to our north. There is a whole lot going on. But obviously, we're going to focus and hone in on our localized area here. And let's jump right into what we can expect. Taking a look here at the latest in terms of the short-term model guidance. Folks, the rain and wind is going to be around throughout a good chunk of this morning. Here we are progressing through mid-morning, and then we close in on midday on into lunchtime, and you can see the bulk of the moisture will be off to our north and east. But then, folks, this wraparound moisture and those crashing temperatures is going to follow suit throughout this evening and throughout the overnight. Lapse rates are expected to be steepening, giving a little more oomph in the atmosphere. And as this occurs, you'll note we have got that transition taking over as we progress just at and right after sunset to the scattered light wintry mix and eventually scattered light snow showers, okay? So you can see them in action continuing throughout the overnight. Here we are closing in on midnight. They become a little bit more robust. And then finally, the lingering flurries are going to pull off to the north and east of the region, opening up the door to gradual clearing skies for us as we progress throughout the entirety of our Wednesday, okay? So taking note of that and watching that, we could get a little bit of minor accumulations on the ground tonight. It'll all be dependent upon our temperature profiles, as right now guidance is holding lows right around the 32-degree mark, similar to what we've been dealing with, folks. It's going to get difficult to get anything on the ground, okay? So let's talk about what's going to be unfolding after this, and we're going to get into the big weather story, what everyone wants to talk about. That's the potential for a significant winter weather maker early next week. But before we roll into that, take a look at what's unfolding for us now. We've got this initial trough and this low pressure that's going to be leaving us today, taking the winds and the rain and the scattered light snow showers tonight along with it and out of our hair. Those of you with hair, that is. Then we're going to progress throughout the remainder of the week. Wednesday into Thursday is going to be very quiet. But on Friday, we've got another big surface low that's going to develop and jolt to the north and east of the area. It's going to look like a very similar scenario to what we started experiencing last night and continuing throughout the day. Widespread rain showers, maybe a stray rumble of thunder, could see very strong winds again with a wind advisory being issued, along with scattered light snow on the backside late Friday night into Saturday morning. Then, attention is going to turn into late in the weekend into the early days of next week. Look at this monster trough that's digging hardcore down to the south and east. Here we are progressing into Sunday night, on into Monday, and bam. Look at this, folks. Whenever we talk about a significant winter weather maker, we have difficulty getting the cold air in place in order for the snow that does fall or ice that does fall to stick and maintain and accumulate on the ground. Right now, guidance has been very consistent over the past 6 to 7 runs of keeping the cold air locked in, all right? So that is the most important component that we need in order to make this come to fruition. Now let's take a look at what's going to unfold at the surface, shall we? Here we are watching this initial low leave. This is what it's going to look like throughout this evening and the overnight. This scattered little light snow will be pulling off to the north and east. Then Wednesday into Thursday, the drastic improvement. And then Friday, folks, here it is again. The deepening low jolts off to the north and east. Widespread rain showers, a few rumbles of thunder, very strong wind gust. And on the backside of the low, the opportunity at some scattered wintry precipitation Friday night on into our Saturday. After this, folks, look at the 540 thermal isobars diving all the way down and digging to the south and east of the region. That's our freezing line and what we're watching. We need that to our south and east with the cold air infiltrating on the backside of this low to already go ahead and settle throughout our atmosphere to prime up the probability of a significant winter weather maker. So with the cold air locked in throughout the weekend, keep your eyes to our west. Here we are progressing into our Sunday evening on into our Monday. This is exactly where you want that area of low pressure, folks, to dig down far to the south and east, and this gives us the prime possibility of a significant snow event. We got the low that's located down to our south and east. It's going to attempt to crawl right up the spine of the Appalachian Mountains. Warm, moist air being drawn in out of the Gulf and off of the eastern seaboard, lift up and dumped on the northwest side of the low where the cold conveyor belt resides. Why is that important? Well, whenever the cold conveyor belt comes sweeping in and wrapping around to the west side of the low, this is where the sub-freezing layer of air is going to be. The warm, moist air is lifted up. It is dumped down over the sub-freezing layer. Bam, we get banding and significant snow that forms and develops, okay? We are still roughly 6 days to 7 days out on this particular weather maker. I do expect changes, but both of our long-term models that we pay attention to are coming into somewhat agreement with this potentially becoming a significant event here on MLK Day, rolling into Monday and Tuesday of next week, all right? So we continue throughout the day, rolling into Tuesday morning, some scattered flurries on the backside of that, going all the way into our Tuesday night as well. So needless to say, it's going to get very interesting. Landon, how confident are you in the cold spell, though, coming in after Friday's system? I'm pretty confident, and so is the Climate Prediction Center. Folks, they've given us an 80 to 90% probability of seeing these temperatures be well below average for this time of year. And right now, guidance is showing us below freezing pretty much through the vast majority of that event. So if it comes to fruition, this could be the one to watch, all right? Jumping over here and talking about today in the short term, we have got a wind advisory that's in place throughout the entirety of today. The widespread rain showers will continue through lunchtime and then taper off, but do not be deceived. The winds will be continuing throughout. You might experience a sporadic power outage here or there. Not only that, then we shift gears into tonight. Scattered light snow showers could create a few slick spots out there, especially on bridges and overpasses. We currently have been given roughly a 25% probability of getting at least a trace or measurable snowfall on the ground by early tomorrow morning. This is what we're going to have to watch very closely and monitor very closely for any sensible weather impacts, all right? And there's that probability of what we were just talking about and looking at for at least a 1/10 of an inch of snow. It's not great, but it is very much alive, so we will have to keep close eyes on that. Not only that, folks, beneficial rainfall will continue. This is valid all the way through the early days of next week. Additional 1 to 3 inches of total rainfall. We've got a significant amount already, putting a large dent in those drought conditions. Keep rooting for it, folks. We need another event like this coming through here Friday into Saturday to go ahead and dent those drought conditions even more. And for all you weather geeks out there, take a look at today's severe weather risk. Another significant severe weather play stretching from near Pensacola north and east all the way through North Carolina. They're going to be looking at all severe weather hazards on the table, damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes down in that direction. So if you got friends or family, let it be known, all right? I want to jump over here and break down the next 5-day weather forecast for you. And here it is. For today, widespread rain showers this morning, wind advisory in effect throughout, rain showers tapering off throughout this afternoon. Another little weak disturbance brings a likely transition over to light snow showers with lows right at 32 degrees. We wouldn't want it any other way to make it any easier on us forecasters, of course. Wednesday, decreasing clouds. It will be warmer with more sunshine on Thursday. And then we're right back into our next weather maker. Widespread rain showers, a few rumbles of thunder, strong winds Thursday night, all the way through our Friday. The chance of a changeover to snow Friday night into early Saturday. And then we roll into the early days of next week, folks. And if you want to know my confidence level on the opportunity for snow, all of you, whether or not OGs, will know what this means. We've gone ahead and we've dusted off the old hat. Haven't been able to use this in nearly a year and a half. I think it's about due time, so keep your fingers crossed, all you snow lovers. Hopefully this continues to show a consistent outcome. That'll wrap up your Tuesday morning weather or not forecast, brought to you by Ohio Valley Insurance. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Have a blessed Tuesday.